Hey everyone, it's technology expert Burton Kelso with Integral here, sharing another tech tip to help you get the most out of the technology in your life. Today, we're talking about why you should use incognito mode when you're browsing on the internet. Incognito mode is almost like, and let me grab this real quick, putting a lampshade on when you're surfing the internet. Basically, you're keeping yourself hidden so that people can't see what it is that you're doing when you surf the web. And now, keep in mind when you use incognito mode with your browser, doesn't mean that your ISP can't see what you're doing, because they can. It means that people that are using your devices won't be able to see what it is that you're doing. And that can be important when you're at work, or if you've got computers that multiple people use and you don't want them to keep track of what you're doing. Also, incognito mode can be used when you're using social media. You know, those pesky ads that pop up in Facebook and other online services when you visited shopping websites. Well, they take all that information from your cookies. And so if you use incognito mode, then you can make sure that websites aren't snooping on other websites that you visited, so that way you can keep that information safe. So, when are some good instances when you can use incognito mode? Well, let's switch screens like we always do, and we will take a look and see when those instances are. One of the first instances is when you're using YouTube. Now, YouTube is one of those sites that will snoop on your information. YouTube is owned by Google, and what is it that Google does? Well, Google snoops on your information. Now, before we go a little further, I think it probably would be a good idea to show you how you can get into incognito mode, and then we will continue on with our tips as far as when you should use it. Now, of course, I'm going to go to the Integral website to showcase that off. But to get to incognito mode, you can use it with any browser. You can use it with Safari. You can use it with, I take that back. You can't use it with Safari, but you can use it with Google Chrome. You can use it with Firefox, and you can use it with Opera, and even Microsoft Edge has incognito mode. So let's go back. So to get the incognito mode is pretty simple. In Chrome, you would just basically go to Settings and then click in New Incognito window. Once you're incognito, that guy almost looks like me with the lampshade, right? Yeah, he's got the hat on and the glasses. I think the only thing that I'm missing is the glasses, but I think you can see some similarities there, right? Well, let's go back to our incognito screen. So anyway, once you're in incognito mode, the screen will go black and it'll let you know that you're surfing in incognito mode. Again, like it says, Chrome does not save your browsing history, cookies, or other information that other websites may use to their advantage, and sites that if someone hops on your device, they won't be able to see where it is that you've gone, because incognito doesn't keep that information there. So let's switch back to why or what instances you should use incognito mode. So number one, like I said, watching YouTube, because YouTube is owned by Google, and Google snoops on all your information. So if you don't want those videos that you watch, and I'm not judging you, so if you don't want those videos being seen, or other people snooping at your devices to see what kind of stuff you're watching on YouTube, then use incognito mode. Next is signing into multiple email accounts. Now, with multiple email accounts, web browsers don't allow you to sign into multiple email accounts. So if you're one of those people that has multiple Gmail accounts, or you've got a Yahoo account or a Gmail account, and maybe even an AOL account, you imagine that, right? And there are people that still use it. So yes, an AOL account would be, it's okay. But anyway, if you want to be able to log into multiple email accounts at the same time, incognito mode will allow you to do that. Next, shopping online. Oh my goodness, we can't get enough of that. So if you're shopping online and you want to keep your shopping history safe, and you don't want those pesky ads showing up in your social media accounts, you definitely want to turn on incognito mode when you're shopping online. Next item up for bids is when you're booking flights. Believe it or not, when you book airline flights, those airlines keep track of where you go. So those airline prices can change depending on other sites that you use to look for airline prices. So a good idea would be to use incognito mode when you're booking airline flights. Next, using public computers. And people, I cannot stress this enough. When you're using public computers, that history of that browser that you're looking at stays on that public computer. So one of the most important cybersecurity tips is to stay off public computers, but if you have to use a public computer, then go to incognito mode on the browser on the library's computer or any public computer. And finally, number 6 is when you're doing questionable research. If you're looking at sites that you shouldn't be going to and just looking up odd things like, let's just say you're looking up UFO abductions, right? Or if there's ghosts or goblins, like the ectomobile behind me. So any of those questionable sites, you want to use incognito mode because you don't want those cookies and that history out there for others to see. Now keep in mind, when you use incognito mode, like I said, your ISP will know exactly what you're searching for. So if you're trying to keep all of your browsing history a secret, a VPN or a virtual private network is your best option. So as always, if you have comments or questions, leave them in the comment section below. Should I point down there? Below. Would love to hear from you to find out if you like this tech tip and what tech tips you would like to see in future videos. And speaking of videos, be sure to subscribe. And one of these days I'm going to get the subscribe pillow and put it behind me so that it will be out there to subscribe to YouTube. There's tons of videos as well as on our social media channels as far as tips and tricks that are designed to help you get the most out of the technology you use in your home or your office. So folks, take care of yourself and do many things to make you smile, like I always am in these videos, and thanks for watching.